What's up, guys? Stark on Spirit here, back with a new video. Today I want to talk about, the only thing important to be talked about is the truth. Discuss about it and talk about basically spread awareness about the truth. In this world, because there's a lot of ignorant people, a lot of assholes, jackasses, pieces of fucking crap that are ignorant to the facts and are causing destruction, messes, and pain and suffering, And a lot of people don't want to use their brain for the good reasons or for the right reasons. They want to use it for individualistic reasons, like trying to obtain their goals and their accomplishments. And that's it. That's how far it goes when it comes to the brain and thinking brain, whatever. And I get it, you want to survive. There's nothing else but survival. And what's the other option? Failure, death. So yes, people want to have more comfort and stuff like that, and they'll use their intelligence for that reason alone, right? And they want to chase this idea of happiness, whatever that fucking means, happiness, because in my eyes, the only thing that we're all chasing is comfort, okay? Comfort, being comfortable, having a bed, to lie down, not instead of sleeping on the floor or sleeping in the streets, It should be common sense logic to be able to understand that. That's all we're fucking doing here, is chasing these stupid things to get us comfortable. And there's no such thing as happiness, because real happiness is being blissful to any facts of this existence, right? So in order to be happy, you have to be stupid, right? You have to be a retard and, be la-di-da-di-da, basically. So if you have no real facts in your brain, you have not gathered anything from your existence and stuff like that, yeah, you're probably going to be happy and stupid and glib, right? So it's insane that, we're in a planet where there's a lot of horrible stuff happening every day. Horrible crap that's happening to people all the time, And a lot of people are just chasing those goals and those aspirations that people have. And yes, some of them can be very valuable and useful, like learning a skill that can help people, and that's great. But a lot of it's mainly for the self, the individualistic idea of living, They're just thinking about themselves because they think this is a single player game because, oh, I'm the only one that can feel. My feelings are the only thing that's important here, right? And that's their notion in their head. But that's very childish, that's very stupid and ignorant, to the facts, because we all feel. That's real value. That's the only value in this existence, okay, is feelings. Sentient beings that can feel, that can experience consciousness, animals included, of course, they can fucking feel. It's pretty evident and obvious. You have to be an idiot not to realize that. That's it. That's all there is. That's all we're playing for. Is these feelings. It's feeling good, feeling comfortable. That's it. There's nothing else here, And so once you understand that, the only thing to talk about using your intelligence, using your brain, is the truth and spreading the awareness. Talking about these subjects, whether it's your personal everyday life, which I try to do, because I'm an honest, real person. I'm a realist, and I'll talk about the shit that's going on in this fucked up world, I'll talk about the economy. I'll talk about the stupid fucking job market. It's complete utter shit. I'll talk about, how parents are not taking a lot of these things seriously. They're not at all. Government is run by fucking pedophiles, and it's just all kinds of shit that's happening, and a lot of people think, well, the NPCs or the idiots, whatever, will just talk about their gratification that they got last week, or, oh, I went to this trip and this and that, and that's it. That's all they're going to talk about, just their self-accomplishments. And yes, it's nice that you've accomplished things in this existence, but at the end of the day, it's not doing anything about the bigger picture. You know, the climate change, the bleakness about it. You know, the bleakness about the economy. A lot of things are going downhill. I mean, it's pretty evident. Even human relationships are going to shit. And you could talk about all of these subjects, and that's the only thing that's important here is to talk about the truth, because what else is there to talk about? Oh, the amount of bitches you fucked last night or whatever, or oh, the car you bought, or oh, you have a lot of money. Who cares? Compared to what? Compared to what's at stake, which is a lot of pain and suffering. So yeah, it's pretty trivial and retarded to be acting as though that's a huge accomplishment to be cherished, because it's really not. It's only temporarily. So again, like, for those who are not getting it, yeah, this whole truth thing, this honesty, this thing where you're looking at for what it is as a realist, and you're seeing it, and you're saying, damn, this is fucked up. This is a hellish world that we're living in. A lot of stupid people around us that can't get any facts right, whether it could be any subject. It could be the economy, physics, just human relationships, climate change. You could talk about all these things, and people are not going to either stay on subject, or they're just going to run away or troll, make excuses, lie, be dishonest, and that's it. They're not going to fucking, tackle the arguments or, the facts that are laid out and that are obvious and can be seen by anyone, the facts. And a lot of people like to run away from it because, yeah, it's not comfortable. Doesn't make you feel good. Doesn't make you happy. It does it. The truth never makes people happy. So, yeah, this isn't a fun thing to do, to be a truth seeker or someone who is telling the truth and spreading the truth to people, because it's not fun. It's not a fun job. It's not a fun activity to put yourself in arguments. It's not at all. But this is the only thing that's worth doing in this existence. If you have a brain and you have a working brain, and you could do 2 + 2, and you could do the adding up of the facts, yeah, what else is there to do? What? Pursue stupid careers and just think about yourself and what? Achieve what at the end? Oh, you achieved your self-gratification. Nice job. Nice job, Nat, man. And guess what? You're still stuck in this planet, so you haven't escaped the bleak reality that you're trapped in, okay? So yes, you accomplish your goals and you're now more comfortable. Great, good job. But you're still stuck here. You're still stuck with the facts of life being shit. So what are you gonna do with that, right? You can cope. You can create a lot of comfort for yourself. You could be very blissful. You could turn off your eye, close your eyes to the facts and stuff like that, and that's fine. A lot of rich people do that. A lot of famous people do that with drugs and a lot of things like that in that nature. But at the end of the day, guess what? Reality will come back and give them a harsh reality check eventually. It's going to give it to everyone, me included. I'm not safe from it. You're not safe from it either. And so what you're supposed to do with your existence? Well, I think the only rational thing to do is to be talking about the truth and acknowledging it and seeing if other people are matching up the same facts that you're seeing, right? And I see this in other channels. I see a lot of channels that also talk about the truth, talk about the fact that life sucks, that this is futile, bleak, whether you look at the financial system, the economy, relationships, everything, every fucking aspect, buying a car, buying a house, everything is just gone to shit, okay? And you can list a fucking amount of things, and it shouldn't be hard to see it, right? It shouldn't be hard to understand it. But a lot of people are making excuses saying, hey, I was able to accomplish comfort. Why can't you? Why can't you? Right? Even though the world is deterministic, there's no free will, you're a biological robot, and that circumstance means that everything is going to be played out. The script has already been written. You're already alive. The cells are, doing their thing. I mean, it's all deterministic. Okay, um, time is deterministic. You're moving forward. It's momentum. Everything is just, where are you going to head towards? A dead end eventually. It's not hard to see that. It's a dead end, this life, eventually. Even if you're rich, you're going to hit a dead end, idiot. So you're going to have to fucking accept those facts, or, yeah, you're going to just keep being deluded to yourself. You're going to still think you're winning here, even though you're trapped, That's the funny part. You're still trapped. So, keep waving your money, saying, yeah, I'm a winner. Even though I'm surrounded by a meat grinder, I'm a winner. You people are so stupid, man. You can't even use your fucking head. You don't even know where you are, don't you? You can't look around the environment. When you're driving on the road, when you see the roadkill on the road, you don't pay attention to that, of course, because you're just chasing comfort. You don't want to look at the truth, because it's easy for you people. It's easy for you to make excuses and belittle it or trivialize it. Like it's not something to take serious, or you're not supposed to be an honest human being and talk about it and be like, hey, what I see there is pretty wrong and pretty fucked up. Let's not make that acceptable. Let's make that unacceptable, right? We should be doing that with our brains. We should be pointing out certain things that don't make any fucking sense. Specifically, whether it may be the environment, whether it may be the system, whatever it is, it's not making sense. I can talk about the 9 to 5 grind and that making no sense, because a lot of people are, wasting suffering for the very few people that get to have enormous amount of comfort for no reason. Some people are very low maintenance like me. I don't need much to sustain myself. I've been doing very well for myself with little stuff I have, and I'm still functioning. I'm still okay. I'm still mentally there. I haven't gone insane. So yeah, clearly I'm efficient as a human being because I don't need much. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't have that capacity. A lot of people are, not a lot of people, but some people are very high maintenance. And you see that with rich people, You see that with even poor people, There's a lot of people that are very bad with their money. And you can see it, man, every fucking day. And for what? At the end of the day, it's a feelings game, right? And so they're doing it for gratification. They're trying to make themselves feel better, feel comfortable, feel like they're not lacking something, So it's, again, what else is there to say? What else is there to be talking about to you human beings? Or what kind of conversation can we have that's real, or something that truly matters? And I think this is the only thing that is worth having a conversation with other brains in this planet, which is the truth, and talking about it, acknowledging that the circumstance is shit, and yes, there's things you could do about it, but at the end of the day, the reality is you're still stuck with the facts, which are shit and suck, So yes, you could do your best to make your life more comfortable. Obviously that's what we're all trying to do. That's why some people are drinking, or some people are, doing whatever activities it is to escape, mentally. But, it's, well, what else can I say? Like, there's nothing else to be truly worth talking about besides this, the facts, the truth, the arguments. Being a realist is rational. It's the only thing I see, pursuing, the truth. And it sucks because if you're in this path of, doing what's right and looking at it for what it is, yeah, it's a hard life. It sucks. It's not congratulated to society to be a good human being that is logical and has common sense. It's not congratulated. It's the opposite. Being stupid, ignorant, piece of crap, stupid idiot that's cheering on, about football or sports in the matter, or stupid politics and cheering for Trump or any other nonsense, cheering on for the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, like all these things, it's just idiotic, And what we should be all striving for is the truth and discovering it and acknowledging it, understanding it, because then you can actually live a more intelligent life than a stupid animalistic life, like a fucking idiotic animal, where they're just chasing food, sex, and that's it. And you shouldn't be just a dumb animal. You should be better than that because you have intelligence. You have that tool, to be able to calculate, model reality. And you should see that things are not looking good. And you shouldn't pretend that it's not. Because it is not looking good at all. The future does not look good. It's bleak. And, if more people had more conversations about this, yeah, maybe there might be a chance of we could all stand up and try to make some changes. But until then, there's only a few people that are actually speaking out every few often weeks about this, and that's it. I mean, what else can you do? Just talk about what's going on. Talk about the fact that evolution is the process that's created us in this sick, twisted game of life, and yeah, we're just stuck with these facts. And what can you do with your intelligence but talk about it? Because if not, the future will be paying the horrible price of immense suffering, And so while I'm still alive and I see the truth for what it is, yeah, this is valuable stuff. I think I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm not going to ever shut up about it, because, well, if I don't do it, then what else can I do? What I'm supposed to just be an individualistic idiot and just focus on stupid goals that is just nothing but ego gratification to my fucking brain? That's stupid. I'm going to talk about the real shit that's going on here. Hey, let's try to find solutions to this suffering instead of just ignoring it, because that's not gonna end it. It's going to keep continuing on and on and on. And if people are going to keep having kids and stuff like that, it's just going to keep continuing on and on and on. So yeah, the only thing to do is really talk about this, have discussions, and that's it. That's how I see it. But yeah, it just sucks, man. It sucks that there's only so few little people that actually do care about the circumstance that we're in, and they're not just chasing their own self gratification and their own fucking self pleasures. They're actually trying to, communicate to human beings because they actually care about the truth. They care about what's at stake here, But I think that's it for today's video. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. So peace out, guys.